what we typically do as technicians in this situation one, especially in this looking at the initial situation, is we look at it like this. Yep, there, see the problem, broken. I can fix that. Yep, and that's it. So how long has it been broken? Have you ever had it fixed before? All right, I'm out of questions. Right? That's it, you're done. Magical, don't tell anyone we're doing this. It's pretty magical. Holy crap! It's an entire, look at that, there's a whole air conditioner here. Son of a gun, who would have thought? There's a sink attached to that thing, garbage disposal. And pipes coming out of it, man. All the opportunities in the world here. Okay, this is situation number one. We're going to look at the situation and we're going to ask questions. So broaden your scope of view. What's it going to take to make it awesome? Ask those kinds of questions. So how this learning partner practice will go, you've already introduced yourself to Mr. Moore, you've done your green step, we're going to go ahead and look at whatever the problem was you set up yesterday, that's the problem you're going to continue to work with. Right? If it's the tripping breaker, if it's the garbage disposal, and picking on the garbage disposal and the air conditioner, whatever it is that's broken, that's what you're going to start at. Okay, so Mr. Moore, here we are, standing at the air conditioner, and I've had a quick look at it, and I know exactly what's going on here, and I can give you some options on getting this replaced. So we were getting this fixed, and we know that we can get this thing running here again today. Now, before we do that, can I ask you a few more questions, just so I can get a broader understanding of how this goes? So when this thing runs, being here in the backyard where it is, how much noise does that create? How much of an interruption is it to your So now I'm asking questions, and notice how I just got away from this tiny little focused view into, what is this thing? And what about the placement of it? Is this where you would put it if you could choose to have it anywhere? Is this convenient for you? Right? Simple little questions like that. When it was working well, what parts of the home would you describe as being the hottest or the coldest? Notice that question. That's not about which are the hot and cold spots. Do you have any hot or cold spots? No. Yes, no, right? That's a one-word answer. And what's the answer to that question every time if we're honest? Yes. Are there hot or cold spots in your house? Yes. Are there rooms that are hotter than others when the air conditioner is running? What's the answer to that, HVAC guys? Yes. Why? Because it was built by the lowest bidder. Right? And they put the same size of pipe to every room, and they used a bunch of flex pipe up in the attic, or whatever the heck they did. And the rooms farthest away from the equipment are not the right temperature. True or false? Yeah, so ask the question in a different way. Which are the hottest and coldest spots? And if there's anything you could do to make it better in your home, what would that be like? If you could just make the air conditioning system better, what would it be? Is it noise? Is it the ability to control it? What is it? So you're going to ask some questions right here at this spot. Mr. Moore, just answer, play along, imagine that you're in that situation, and just be, give them some reasonable answers. This is green level. We're not, no resistance here, no questions from help. What questions do you have about this practice before we begin? All right, so we're going to find, before we move, we're going to recap the instructions. We're going to find our learning partner. We're going to do this standing, and you're going to pretend that you're looking at garbage disposal, tripping breaker, whatever it is, and you're going to start asking more broad questions around that specific area. We're not moving anywhere else. So we're not going to the panel, we're not going to the indoor equipment, we're not going to any other part of the plumbing system. We're staying at the initial situation. We're asking questions about that. So start with, I've got a good handle on what's going on here with the garbage disposal. Now let me ask you a few more questions. What questions do you have about this exercise before we begin? Find your learning partner.